This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah, hop in a Rari, change my life so I bought a Ferrari. Space coupe, we rockin' Atari. Take for granted the life that I'm giving. Taking risks.
Get a job. Get a job.
Every time that you see me, I'm flying high. Where my whole life without being defined. All the struggle I went through, I'm living. I can change your life in a second. Be the time, so I bought me a big
Behind me is one person from every country on earth.
To me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah. Loving you was the biggest line.
Dealing with
Changed my life
blockchain,
around everything.
people's money,
Feeling stronger than I've ever been.
transactions.
Put me back to the better days. Waste my life just to find a way. Seeing everything just fade away. Risking everything to throw away. Sell my soul just to find a way.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me,
Seeing
man.
the people that did me wrong, I cannot see them through the front glass. Changing my life, it's moving fast. Jet in a hurricane moving past. I knew in my future I'd make it out. Hop on a Porsche, they hating fast. Saying they love me, I know it's fake. I'm seeing the lies right in your face. I'm on a stage, I got a place. Light to me now, I kill the scene. I just got the brand new interface. Look in your eyes, I see the pain. Watching this life just fade away. Blew at the bass in 808s. Hang up on me now, you change your face. See me blowing up, it's time to change. Making a move, I gotta change. See my life over everything. Two-tone watch, I stayed the same. Higher mind than the average man. Beaten down, but I still survive. I refuse to be broken now. Know my worth, I ain't joking. I remember all the words.
If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. If I ever find myself thirsty and dehydrated, I drink the whole bottle at once. And the reason I do this is to rehydrate myself.
Yeah, hop in a Rari. Change my life so I bought a Ferrari. Space coupe, we rockin' Atari. Take for granted the life that I'm giving. Taking risks every day that I'm living. Don't listen now, but you remember why. Every time that you see me, I'm flying high. Where my whole life without being defined. All the struggle
shit
I went
ain't
through, I'm
nothing
living.
to me,
I can change your life in a second. Be the time, so I bought me a big watch. See the time tick by my wristwatch. Realize that life is a big stop. Checking over my shoulder, I needed that. Know my life is not for me, I'm spitting facts. Pulling up on my brother, I'm ripping fast. Yeah, loving you was the biggest lie. Changed my life around everything. Feeling stronger than I've ever been. Put me back to the better days. Waste my life just to find a way. Seeing everything just fade away. Risking everything to throw away. Sell my soul just to find a way.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
What is going on? What's poppin'? Oh man, what a wonderful Saturday night. All kinds of stuff going on these days. I'm so excited. Well, I guess we'll just pop right into the first thing I want to talk about. Actually, let me set a goal quick. Why not? Why not, you know? What do we got here? Super stickers, super chats. What the fuck? How do you set a goal anymore on this fucking app? Well, I guess I just don't know what I'm doing. What is it? Show your support to MeJoeShmoe. Engage with your audience. Started to kind of not monetize anymore. Now I'm sad. What the hell, man? What the hell, YouTube? Oh, it's right here. All right. We'll do one super chat. And if we hit it, I will set a new goal. I will show you my cat. No, I set new goal. Hell yeah. That's a good one. That's a good goal. All right. So Mr. Beast and Jacksepticeye are going at it again, which I think is, I don't know. I actually have a couple. I was looking at it, putting it together a little bit, what's going on this time. But I do say, I think that Jacksepticeye does just have like some type of beef with Mr. Beast. Not saying he's wrong for that, not saying he's right for that. But like, I made a video about this. You could look it up on my channel if you're watching this and you care.
Really like YouTube.
This was drama not so long ago with Mr. Beast and Jacksepticeye, and I didn't really like Mr. Beast's response to this. I think Mr. Beast fumbled this. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna pull up my video. Hell with it, because I have all the shit in there. Let me just find this MeJoeShmoe guy. You have guys heard of this MeJoeShmoe guy? We are at shut the fuck up, dude. MeJoeShmoe. This guy right here on YouTube, you should look him up. You should Google him regularly. Get that SEO popping, you know what I'm saying, dog? But anyway, yeah, what do I got here? Jacksepticeye. Jacksepticeye. Here it is. Mr. Beast Jacksepticeye drama is crazy. And this was 1 year ago. And just from my thumbnail scheme, I think I'm going to be slightly embarrassed by this. But what is going on, guys? Yeah, there I am. That's great. You look great, dude. You look awesome. To be fair, I probably could lift a lot more. But if I skip through here, I get you the points. This happened.
Like Mr. Beast? No.
Question was, do you like Mr. Beast? Response was no.
Jacksepticeye doesn't like Mr. Beast.
Like, who gives a shit? But dude, this was drama. This was serious drama to the highest pedigree.
Jack.
And he's on a lie detector, which is just absolute bullshit. Lie detectors aren't real. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes. Now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because
Everyone that is in this video is fucking awful. Everyone sucks. I'm even starting to get toward on Jacksepticeye, but you should have little to no respect for every human being in this video. Who's this guy? Jack something? Isn't this another Jack over here? This guy fucking smelling like fish probably. Do you like Mr. Beast? No. What are you, like fucking 13? You fucking loser? Oh, God. People need to grow the fuck up, man. People are not growing up. There's like a stagnation in maturity. And I don't know if it's the media. I don't know if it's the people. I don't know if it's parents giving their 23-year-old kid $5,000 a month to get a chest tattoo in a shitty apartment. But something's got to change, man. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad for you. If you're watching this, you're hurting yourself. Do you understand me? Anyway.
now, in all honesty, Jack, why? Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts?
Building
wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer. We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to get me with that one, didn't you?
Who's the YouTuber you hate the most?
I don't know. There's a lot of groomers and pedophiles on our platform.
So even me, shut up. This guy sucks too. Like I said, everybody in this video sucks. But anyway, yeah, that was drama. And then here's a picture. I always like to show this when I have an opportunity. I was in the same room as these people. Anyway, what do we got here? I'm just skimping because Mr. Beast's response was so fucking lame. Yeah, so to be fair, I don't think there was a lot of merit to what Jacksepticeye was saying, but this response I found to be so silly for Mr. Beast. So I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and sports cars and instead reinvested my money into making content / focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. I don't know. I'm not saying Mr. Beast doesn't do good things, but like my shit's good because I do good with my shit. This is like creator clash vibes in my opinion. But this guy actually does do good and give the charity, so he gets the pass anyway. If he had fun, the videos would be longer. I think that was stupid. Fair enough. What does that even mean, LOL? You think I'd give up every hour of my life for 14 years if I didn't have fun? Skull emoji. Skull emoji. You got him. Fucking got him. This clip this is where I get really mad. Now, this is the part where, like, this is silly. This is dumb. This response is silly. Mr. Beast claims, this clip is insanely disrespectful. Do you understand how, like, actually fucking insane that is? Like, for another creator, under insane conditions. Like, he's actually, like, under a lie detector test, right? Like, not even normal conditions. He's not even giving this opinion out of like some like knee jerk, like I want to just shit on Mr. Beast. This confession is basically being forced out of Jacksepticeye. And he just tells the truth that he feels that he doesn't like where Mr. Beast he doesn't like Mr. Beast's content. He doesn't like his effect on the platform. I'd have to agree with that. That doesn't mean Mr. Beast has to go away forever or we got to go fucking get him or something. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast, I feel, has had an overwhelming negative effect on the platform. I would agree with that. But for you to have that opinion and then you respond with, this clip is insanely disrespectful. I didn't know that nobody was allowed to have a negative opinion on Mr. Beast's work. I'm sorry, Mr. Beast. I don't want to be disrespectful, especially like Jacksepticeye, like a guy that like lives, breathes, like has been there, like OG YouTuber. Like we act like we're gonna be all sentimental over this platform, like we have like this deep like emotional connection to this platform, and then when an elder on this platform who helped build the platform has a negative opinion over the way you're making content, you describe that as disrespectful? Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway, disrespectful in my opinion. Obviously, there's so much I could say about his content. Dude, okay, say what you want about Jacksepticeye. He just plays fucking video games. All right, Jimmy, I'm calling you out. Like, seriously. God bless you, Jimmy. God bless you. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to be disrespectful, Jimmy. Oh, this fucking guy. Every time I Google YouTube, he comes up. Let's look up what Jacksepticeye does. Let's take a quick look at his channel. I have so much I could say about his like what? Like what? Let's look at his channel. It appears to me that this guy likes playing video games, and as a result, his channel is about video games. What is there to say about this? I mean, we could get nitpicky. But this is like golden era YouTube. Some fucking nerd enjoying his hobby and sharing it with people. This is like what the platform, in my opinion, should be. This is when it's at its best. And then we have, I mean, if you like him, fair enough. And I respect the hustle. I don't hate Mr. Beast. I have my criticisms of him. Obviously, I'm MeJoeShmoe. Who gives a fuck what I think anyway? But I hate his shit. I hate what he's done to the platform. And I think that there is many, there's a lot of shit about Mr. Beast I don't like. But what is this? This is fucking reality television. This is slap like fucking the Learning Channel, bro. World's deadliest obstacle course. Do you have a passion for obstacle course? I have a passion for making good YouTube videos. Okay, so what is that? Like, I'm not saying he's doing anything wrong. I'm not saying he couldn't be allowed to do it. But there is obviously a major personal disconnect between what Mr. Beast is doing and what YouTubers have done in the past. And I personally think that is very, 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 very negative. I think that he I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I don't really have any material. I'm nobody. Like, we're talking about like YouTube and how to run a channel, whatever. It just there's something missing there. There's something missing there. There's a human element missing to Mr. Beast's content that you don't need to describe. It's something that you feel. Anyway, moving on to today's story. So, Mr. Beast, what do we got here? I got Mr. Beast shit pulled up. He posts this. Dave Jones, dang, you close to 2K subscribers. Dude, you know how many times I've been close to 2,000 subscribers? I will fuck it up. I promise you I'll fuck it up. Because I need all of these people to unsubscribe from my channel because they're not real. Okay? If you're not watching, unsubscribe. It's subscribers are a meaningless number. YouTube doesn't fucking send recommendations out based on subscriptions. Anyway, makes me feel fat. I have a fat lard ass YouTube channel. I have a fat fucking lard ass YouTube channel. And the best my channel's ever done is like averaging like 1K a video for like a month here and there. Okay. Anyway, how I get 1,000. I have this up for another reason. Where is it? So Mr. Beast posted. Oh, that's Casey Tron. I'm all over the fucking place. I got a bunch of shit I pulled up quick. Okay, here we go. So Mr. Beast posted that so Mr. Beast, first of all, if you don't already know, he has an app, and I don't like the app. I don't like what the app is. I will talk about that in a minute, just so I can try to keep my brain on a fucking leash. But Mr. Beast posted that he's going to introduce AI thumbnails. Fuck it, I'll pull it up through here. Where is it? Mr. Beast posted that his company is gonna start making AI thumbnails. This person sucks. I don't like what this person has to say, but it's good. It's good shit. Excuse me. Look at this fucking dick rider. Look at this dick rider. Excuse me, but did you just not only put hold on. I'm not reading this correctly. Excuse me, but did you not just put other channels' thumbnails in this without their consent? He doesn't need their consent. Okay, first of all. I mean, I guess if this is promotional material, he would. But Mr. Beast is a little bitch. And he deleted the original video because he was getting kickback from this. So I'm just going to assume whatever I want to assume. So you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, this was promotional material and this was bad that he used their shit. I don't know. When you delete, in my opinion, when you delete the shit that you're under controversy for, like you post a video and now you're getting shit for it, you delete it. Now you've lost in the narrative. I think people have now been granted the ability to just say whatever they want to say about the video. In fact, I'm pretty sure Mr. Beast had swastikas up in this video, and that's pretty fucked up, dude. I don't remember exactly, but I can't watch the video, so I'm just going to say there was some pretty insanely anti-Semitic shit in this. I can't believe Mr. Beast did that if I'm remembering it right. Anyway, excuse me. I'm sure he didn't. In today's landscape. Anyway, he didn't do that. Excuse me, but did you just not only put other channels' thumbnails in without their consent, but also very explicitly added Jacksepticeye's PFP to your video? Why is Jacksepticeye being singled out? It's because Denomo is a dick rider, clout chaser, and that is expressed by him tagging Jacksepticeye, CoffeeZilla. But he's just this guy's just a piece of shit. This is like the worst type of person ever. Here, hold on. Let me glance at his Twitter. Let's see what this guy's all about. Okay, so first you can tell this guy is a degenerate slime ball because this is his profile picture. So immediately nothing this person ever says should be taken seriously right off the rip. And what is he posting? He's posting like weird art. Oh, so he's like an art community person, so of course he hates AI. Because this is a lot of money. This AI artist, whoever did this guy be making a lot of money if it weren't for AI. Look how good this is. This is great. This is awesome. This person just happy that he has a new excuse for why he's a fucking failure. What is this? It's all about the fun and creativity. I like your art style for these. Is very distinctive. Yeah. It's called shit. It's called shit. Very distinctive. It's a very distinctive art style. It's called fucking garbage. It's very distinct, and I can't wait to see more of your thumbnails in the future. Please keep creating. And I'm sure there is the chance that I just roasted a 12-year-old. Well, you shouldn't be on Twitter then. What do we get? I don't like when people say something and then they get backlash, come out with an apology video. Yeah, Mr. Beast has like a bit of like an apology type deal situation, so we'll look at that. But that's what happened. Anyway, so this AI artist fucking loser is a good example of the people that are the most upset about this. What does AI do? What is the big fucking deal with AI? Honestly, tell me what the big deal is with AI. I'd love to fucking hear it. It's taking away jobs. What jobs? What meaningful job is going to be taken away from the mass public within the next fucking 30 years because of AI? You know who says that? Unskilled fucking garbage trash glum people. And I don't even know why they're upset because AI ain't flipping a burger. Oh, is this your excuse? You have to flip burgers all day because you want to get an art degree? You don't understand the concept that nobody wants to pay for your fucking trash? Oh, it's AI's fault. Okay, so you're stuck flipping burgers because no one wants to buy your art, and it's AI's fault. Cool, understood. You fucking idiot. When you say something, just own up to it. Don't apologize. I agree. And it can be hard sometimes. There are always lapses in judgment, but overall, I mean, obviously, it's the way you should try to live it. But yeah, this whole shit about being pissed off about AI, it's so fucking overplayed, overdone. The people who are upset about this are people that they themselves have not really thought about it. And it's people that like they just want an excuse. It's these it's these artists, man. It's these artists that swear to God they wouldn't have to work at McDonald's if AI wasn't in the picture. Newsflash, idiot. You never had a job. So then there's the Yeet. Yeet's reporting on this. Mr. Beast ended up deleting his tweet promoting the website that generates AI thumbnails, which, by the way, this has to just be a jab at Mr. Beast because you can literally make AI thumbnails directly through YouTube. I'm almost positive. Let me check right now. Hold on. Let me check it out. Let me upload a video. I can't upload a video right now. You can. I know you can. YouTube themselves has AI. And then a lot of YouTubers use this. They use this vidIQ application. This is very popular. You've probably noticed the extension if you watch YouTube. It's this thing over here. If you've ever wondered what all this added shit is over here, it's this vidIQ app. Yeah, here it is. Create thumbnails. And then you can upload all kinds of stuff to help the thumbnail be created. I'll do it right now. We're gonna do Mr. Beast fights Jacksepticeye. I don't know. We'll see what the thumbnail is. Let's have fun with it for a second. Let's marvel at the integrity. Look how good these thumbnails are. AI is gonna be running all the professional YouTube thumb. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would have used that. But yeah, I don't know why Mr. Beast is uniquely getting flack. Probably because he's famous and his name gets a lot of clicks. Probably. But as said in the title and stuff, I mean, this pissed me. Jacksepticeye must have some type of beef with Mr. Beast. And I've already expressed, I'm not a huge fan of Mr. Beast's influence on the platform either. But this was his response. What the actual fuck? ... And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into. Fuck AI. That's pretty lame. It's a pretty lame thing to say. Admittedly, like the whole sentiment of like fuck AI, like what, like Jacksepticeye, you're like a multi-millionaire fucking like YouTuber, like you play video games and make millions of dollars for it. What the fuck? Why do you hate AI? Why? Why should he hate AI? Jacksepticeye is internet brained. Okay, he's a child of the internet. Truly, that's not his fault. But when he uses his brain to come up with an opinion, it's normally just whatever the most popular thing on Twitter is. But I get what he's saying. That being said, I get what he's saying. Jacksepticeye's pissed off. I mean, dude, like the platform of YouTube, the internet in general has gotten pretty fucked up. Like I was talking with people at work about this the other day. It's not just internet, like people, it's a natural conclusion, I think, to a platform when it becomes like more mainstream, like the internet in general, YouTube, like just basic shit. Like this is a thing. This is a huge problem that is influenced by AI. It's like the dead internet theory where it eats itself, which sounds like some lame 20 IQ Reddit guy. The dead internet theory where like the interactions on the internet will all just be AI. So like AI is making content for AI and then AI is feeding that. But like let's look up how to do something. Let's look up how first of all, this we've already gone over. Mr. Beast's content is like shit. You want to talk about slop? Mr. Beast's channel is slop with a $40 million budget. Okay. I built 100 houses and gave them away. Oh, wow. It's so fucking creative. I would have never thought of that. Nobody would have ever thought of going on a $500,000 romantic date and comparing it to a $1 romantic date. Nobody would have ever thought of that. This is such a creative endeavor of this guy. Like, well, what is this? This is nothing. This is like 17 minutes of your kid in front of a fucking tablet. I'm sorry. I guess don't hate the player, hate the game. But this is where we're at. And then you got people copying this guy, and it's just like the snake eating its own tail. But since I've glazed AI so much, I will point out like there is problems with AI. And they're never the right problems. That's like the biggest problem. Like people will like understand that there's something wrong with something, and then they'll find the wrong thing to complain about. AI is not bad because it can make images and replace artists. Okay, the artists that are going to get replaced by AI, they're that guy. There's this fucking gnome guy who's pissed off because AI is like fucking killing art, stealing from people that have nothing. What is this? Even this is like objectively decent. This is like aesthetically pleasing. This pastel creation. How much do you think this is worth? If you enjoy making this, then God bless you. You enjoy making this. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the art, the artistic process, the end results of the art. But to sit here and pretend like your livelihood, your future career aspects are being filtered by AI is fucking insane, dude. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. What were you doing before? Oh, you had a thriving career in art before AI started being able to generate images? Oh, really? Oh, really? You didn't. You fucking didn't. Shut up. Well, I'll never get out of Taco Bell if AI takes up all the jobs I could be getting. Well, what were you doing before? Fucking moron. Nothing. But anyway, I keep leading to this. So like, let's look up how to do something. This is a problem. This is like this is an actual issue with AI and influencers, like a tangible issue that I was talking about at work the other day. This is like a real problem. So what happens is, this is like an example of the snake eating its own tail. Okay. I want to look up how to fix my toilet. I don't know how to fix my toilet. My toilet won't flush. So look at all these videos, and this might be like a more niche topic, like from a homeowner, like someone that's actually developed enough skills to go out and buy a home that they have to worry about maintaining their home. Like, so like renters, like losers, they wouldn't be as susceptible to this. So that maybe this is actually going to be good results. But like, let me look up something dumb. How to fix my Funko Pop. Here, that's a good one. Let's look up that. How to fix my Funko Pop. How to fix my Funko Pop. My Rick and Morty Funko Pop's head fell off. How do I fix it? This is what you get. How to reglue bobblehead Funko Pops. How to fix, what is this? How to actually fix a pop head. Like little kids Googling how to do something. And then what happens, this is what these people do. They look at SEO. They look at SEO, right? Let me look at this. Let me look at my SEO. Let me figure this out. Let me look what content I should make. Trends. They look up like this is what they do. What people are looking for. Most hated content creators. Do these YouTubers deserve hate? Drop shipping honest review. So like how to fix. Like if I was a fix it channel, I would be getting attempting how to fix your mistakes. So what you get, and this is more prevalent with like computer problems. That's a perfect example. Hold on. What you get is this. This is what you get because the internet's killing itself. It's becoming a bad source of information. How to fix Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals crashing. Here, this is some soy fucking loser shit. How to fix Marvel Rivals keeps crashing. Look at all these. Look at all these. Look at all these fucking videos. And this is the best part. They're going to be shit. It's going to be like reinstall the game over and over and over
guys,
again.
If your Marvel Rivals game is crashing due to your GPU, then I'm going to show you how we can fix.
It's going to be the same fucking 6 things over and over and over again because all of these fucking losers are just attacking SEO, which that's the game. That's the game. Maybe I'm being harsh by calling them losers. But this is like the snake eating its own tail.
So the first thing you want to do is
check your drivers. Make sure the game's updated. Make sure your Windows 11, like basic shit.
Just come over to the settings page of Marvel Rivals, click on settings, and then you'll need to scroll down to limit.
Yeah, lower your fucking graphical settings. I won't react to the whole thing. But that's the only thing like with AI, like AI regurgitating shit that's not good. But I don't know, like this whole thing with people being mad that Mr. Beast is developed a platform for AI thumbnails. The whole reason that people have a problem with that is because it infringes on art. And the biggest reason you hear about AI and how bad AI is and how terrible AI is, or at least when you hear those things, because people that actually make money, people that aren't fucking losers, people that run companies, these people are stupid in the other direction. I was at this big meeting recently, and we're talking like millionaires. Okay, I'm not. I can't say too much about it, but there's this dude at this meeting, multi-millionaire. Okay, like successful, wildly successful human being, rich guy. He's talking about how the future of the company is AI. He ended his speech. He gave this like big speech, and it was a good speech because the guy seems to like genuinely care about the future of his company. But these people, they don't even know what they're talking about. Like he's talking about like the future of this company now will be AI. What the like? And I can't tell you. I'm not going to say what this company does. But think of like your average company that you deal with that makes money, like a real company, not just like Netflix, like an automotive store. How are you gonna apply AI to an automotive repair facility in a meaningful way that generates more money? And you're not just trying to shove. You're not just some guy selling a business ... some bullshit because the business owner goes on the internet to fucking how to make money fucking ... www.com and sees all these fucking idiots that have never made $2 through a business endeavor in their life making a video about how AI is the next big thing that all the business owners need to be invested in. There's people that barely know how to use Twitter that are paying jackholes millions of dollars, like ridiculous amounts of money to invest in AI. What does that even mean? What does it mean to invest in AI? Fucking stupid, dude. That's the one side of it, which is why it will never go away. Okay, because the people that actually have money and they actually have an impact on the world, they're sold on this shit. They think this is going to be it. They think they got to invest in AI. The people that have all day long to astroturf the AI hate, right? Those are like loser fucking Twitter artists that think that they wouldn't be flipping a burger at McDonald's if AI wasn't around. Because struggling art's always been very lucrative. Struggling artists never existed before AI. Are you fucking kidding me? Those are the people that have all day to sit around and astroturf AI to make it sound like it's the worst thing ever in the world. Remember when the big deal with AI was that it was going to kill the planet? NFTs and AI were going to kill the planet because of all the electricity it consumed. That went away. I don't hear about that anymore. You know why? Because it was fucking stupid. Artists have become lazy. They need to adapt instead of crying about AI. How about you just make good shit? How about if you really genuinely are passionate about art and it's not just an easy way for you to make money? Like you're lazy. Like if you really are genuinely passionate about something, you're going to do it either way. You're going to do it either way. I like cars. I love cars. You know what the problem with cars was? Didn't make me enough fucking money. So you know what I do all day now for money? I don't work on cars anymore. I love art. I'm passionate about art. Oh, the AI is taking my theoretical job that I think I deserve and would have gotten. Oh, well, AI is bad. Go do something else. Go do something else, man. You got to bring money home. You got to bring money home, man. It's very, 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 very fucking important. Working on cars is pain in the ass. It's pain in the ass. It doesn't pay enough. If you're a mechanic, and this is like people, you know what's crazy about automotive mechanics? They're like the opposite. They revel. They revel in not making any money. There's like pride to it. Like where they have to let you know that like they're making money, and then somewhere else in that same sentence they have to also include the fact that they're working like 80 hours a fucking week to bring home $70,000. Not worth it, dude. If you're working flat rate at an automotive shop, You should be making like 35 fucking dollars an hour. And you say it to people and they're like, "Ha, you kids." They go, "You kids these days." This is like a real "you kids these days" problem. Like for people that are actually in the workforce. They go, "You kids these days, you think you're entitled to anything. When I got an I only make $24 an hour. When I got an automotive, I was making 17. Okay, well, you know what I did? I jumped industries. Now I make more money than you, and do like 5% of the work, and work about half as much. Yeah, all right, you're doing great. Yeah, you're the reason they can pay automotive techs fucking $3 an hour, $17 to $25 an hour flat rate, because you think you've done something impressive. And don't get me wrong, there's levels to everything, but fucking crazy, man. I know people who make money in automotive. It's a thing. You can make money doing anything, but not many. Not many, man. Well, that was fun. What else is there to talk about? Oh boy, I'm a hustler. I don't make a lot, but I love what I do. I mean, money's important. I don't know. As long as you got your bills paid, I guess you're fine. People need to value money more. People need to value money way more, dude. Money is so fucking important, dude. Well, I don't make that much, but I get by. No. That's loser talk. We need to make some fucking money, people. Okay? You know when you're watching Naruto? You're watching Dragon Ball Z talk about power levels, and Naruto has all that chakra. In real life, in the real world, I wish I could be like Naruto. I wish my life was an anime. I'd be the main character. I would protect all my friends. You know how you do that in real life? You make fucking money. Think of money like a power level in a video game or chakra in Naruto. Okay, it's a leveling up system. You know how you protect people? You know how you protect people? You know how you protect your fucking crew in real life? You have money. That's how you do it, bro. It's like it's like crazy. It's like crazy if you have money how much you can do. If I was in Naruto, I'd sacrifice myself to save the village, just like Naruto. You can't even get a fucking job. What are you talking about, loser? You can't even sacrifice 8 hours of your day, 5 days a week to make sure your mom doesn't end up in a nursing home. What are you talking about? You're fucking like Naruto. I'm like Goku. Fucking loser is what you are, idiot. I want to talk about the H3 stuff, man. Let's check it out. Let's go right to the H3 Productions channel. Do you guys know? You guys know what happened? Well, let me fill you the fuck in. So recently, Ethan Klein has been in a lot of hot water online. We already all know that, okay? So what happened was he put out, well, one of the things that happened was he put out a new content cop on the H3 Productions YouTube channel. This was a big deal because this channel had been sitting for 4 years with nothing. And he's in a lot of drama. It gets political. It is a big part of the story. But there's a separation here. So the content nuke was over Hassan Piker. And that's where I'm going to start talking about this specific topic, because this content comp was a 1000 IQ play from Ethan. So he's had about enough of the harassment. If you think the harassment is just, I don't know, the fucking politics of it. Okay, well, actually, he is justifying genocide. So if we need to do X, Y, and Z to stop him, that's just. Okay, I personally think that Ethan Klein having CPS called on him is ridiculous. I personally think that Skulls being sent to his home is insane. I don't agree with harassment of this variety. All right, I think it's gotten pretty bad, and these things have happened. CPS has been called to this man's house, tried to take his kids away. Human skulls have been sent to his house, and then these people scramble. If you look it up online, there's like, well, I think that Ethan sent human skulls to his house just so he could talk about it. I think that there was a legitimate reason for CPS to be called. It might have even been an H3 fan. Probably not. If you look at the timeline, that makes literally no sense. The average response time in California to a CPS claim is about 10 days, I think. I go over in a live stream. You should look it up. But it's most logical that this streamer named Denims, one of her viewers, called. And there's actual evidence to support that. Anyway, he's gotten sick of the fucking harassment. He's about had it. All right. He's in goblin mode. So what did he do? He made this video, hour 42 minutes long, and he had something done to it. We're going to go over it. Let's just watch the video. This was a 1000 IQ play to set up some of his more malicious haters, breeders of harassment, and set them up so he can pursue legal action against them. And this is a video. This is the latest video we posted 2 days ago explaining that. Let's check it out.
Ethan Klein. And my favorite hobby is spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on lawyers. Today, I invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you.
Literal fucking baller, dude. Like, eat shit. Like, straight up, dude. I did watch this already. When I watched this the first time, just literally just fucking eat shit, dude. It's like awesome.
Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney. Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community.
I think people got way too crazy over ReactGate. It's similar to like the AI thing we talked about, or the influence of Mr. Beast on YouTube. It's like a reasonable person can identify when someone is actually like meaningfully engaging with the content. They're using the content being played in front of them as a template to react to a situation or add their 2 cents to the situation. And then there's people that just act as a watch party, and they play videos with their face in the corner and they go, whoa, that's crazy, every couple seconds. And I was totally on Ethan's, like, I was anti-reactor to the max at one point, and I do think that everybody got a little bit too crazy at that. I think people got a little bit nutty. I think that the average consumer should not give two fucking shits about the ethical aspect of reaction. I don't understand it really, giving it more thought. But anyway, there's a line that is easily identifiable by a reasonable person.
Community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak. Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire...
I don't even like people that act like you can't watch the whole video in its entirely. And the reason for that is if you are, it depends what you're doing. If you watch an entire Mr. Beast video, in its entirety, I would say it's very difficult to add like any meaningful amount of criticism. Like what are you adding to it? What are you adding to the Mr. Beast reaction? You're probably just playing it for white noise, right? And luckily Mr. Beast has said like that's fine to do it. You can do it wherever. But it's like you're not adding to like a Mr. Beast video. But when you get into like commentary, when you get into like people like a critic, you're a critic, you're going to critically analyze a piece of media for one reason, thing or the other. At that point, I think it's reasonable to react to the entire thing, because one of the biggest things you hear in these spaces is X, Y, and Z left this out. You know, the lack of, oh God, what's the fucking word for it? I'm blanking out. Right, drank too much rum and coke. The lack of context. You know, and one of the greatest ways to eliminate that criticism is like, well, I watched the whole thing, and you watched me watch the whole thing, and this is what I thought of it. So, like I said before, there is a line here between what is like should be acceptable and what's not acceptable. Like Hassan reacting to an hour 38 documentary about the JFK assassination. This is an excellent example of something that is ridiculous to do. What are you adding to it? What is Hassan Piker adding to this? Nothing. It's just Hassan's people are going to watch this video with Hassan because they have no friends in real life. You know? There's a line. There is a line here.
Entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
Yeah, and if you get permission to react to something, that's one thing. Like, if you react to a Mr. Beast video, it's totally fine. He said to do it. Mr. Beast has, like, gone on record being like, I like when people react to my videos. Please do so. But, like, this Lamino video, like, what is Hassan Piker, what is anybody adding to this discussion, right? And then these people lied. Hassan Piker lied. Go figure. Wow. Insane. Hassan Piker lied and said he had gotten permission. And Lamino did come out directly and just say, no, he didn't. Here it is.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being played from beginning to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work. Or, they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission. Something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done.
See, I disagree with that. I don't see, like I just said, I don't see a problem with reacting to the entirety of a video as long as there is like a justifiable reason for it. And I think that most reasonable people can see the difference between someone trying to engage with content and add to it in a meaningful manner and just trying to re-upload it for like monetary gain, some type of gain on their end.
When they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and we all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called in to my show to debate me, in which case I'm sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? Or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because...
Well, that's fair.
Watch me full stream cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your
do
prime...
That.
Then watch your prime
Do
content.
it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically, after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's...
Yeah, no, I was hoping there would be more there to kind of look into. I'm not really sure. Hold on, I want to just add something here. I'm hoping he gets to something. I always skip ahead too fucking quickly, and then I lose track of what I want to show people. 1 second. Hi, Bagel. All right, that'll be good for now. But yeah, I don't know. I want to get to the part where he explains exactly what he did, because there's like a bunch of misconceptions about like how Ethan tackled this in the timeline. And I do know that he goes over it. And I just would like to just, for the reason I said prior, I you left this out, you left that out. No, I watched the whole fucking thing. This is what, like this right here, this time.
It's known as chair reacts. When Hassan gets up.
Hassan does this. Hassan's a bad reactor.
Entire video.
Here it is.
They couldn't avoid the temptation.
This is him talking about how he set up the H3 Productions Hassan Piker content nuking away, to allow himself to be able to take legal action to people that are, I would go as far as to say, encouraging harassment towards him and his family, which I think is based and epic. Anyway.
of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety.
Yeah, and here's a good point. Like, Ethan will talk, like, there is, like, the people that he's going after, like, maliciously took his content. Like, they were intentionally trying to provide a market substitute. They weren't even attempting to engage with it in a meaningful capacity. They were saying, watch it through me so you don't watch it through Ethan. Give me that view. I'm stealing this view. He'll explain that further here.
Immediately after it was published. Now, the thing is, there were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denim sits here silently.
Have you ever seen a streamer with a vertical camera before? Like, I wonder why she has that. Like, she's got over the low, like, oh God, she's so fucking stupid. She blocked me on Twitter. I got 35 views on my live stream where I talk about how it was probably one of the viewers of her stream that called CPS on Ethan. And in the morning I was blocked. So, hey Denims, glad you liked the video and felt the need to block me on Twitter over a fucking live stream I did with 35 views. Fucking idiot, dude.
With nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer. Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit. Hey everyone, we've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here there are.
So, like, obviously right there, that is evidence that, like, they were promoting these creators and the links to, like, of them reacting, quote unquote, to this video. It was being promoted as an alternative to the original, so you wouldn't have to go watch the original. That is the defining characteristic that deviates this instance from, like, your traditional, your average reacting to something. This was, like, done maliciously, and he'll go further into how this was done maliciously to take away from Ethan. And that is why they're all going to get sued into poverty, it looks like. Which I think is awesome, by the way.
They're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snarkers were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copy.
Like, and people just in general are way too fucking brave spouting shit off online. Like, people just say shit. Like, I think people need to just in general get held more accountable to, like, the crazy fucking nonsense they say. People will just come out on Twitter and call someone, like, a pedo with, like, no evidence. Like, shit like that. It's crazy, dude.
Copyright infringement.
These snarkers are a great example of that because they hide behind their Reddit veneers and, like, do all this shit. It's like, no, like, when you're, like, actively, like, fucking with people and you're just, like, wrong, you're just, like, spouting shit off, you're doing shit like this, I think you should get fucking clapped for it in the sense of, like, there should be some type of repercussion to what you're doing. He's suing the people who publicly admitted to stealing his content. Exactly. Which is a based move. Yeah, awesome. Which is a baby move. Wait, you say BB move isn't based or baby isn't baby? Because it's awesome. That's based. That's fucking awesome. These people that get all, these people like Denims that sit around all day and get all fucking cocky. Big brain. Yeah, absolutely. It's a fucking great thing. People like Denims who will sit there and, like, manipulate the court of public opinion and be like a fucking bitch about it. Like, we'll see what people think about that after I regurgitate the same thing Hassan said 30 minutes ago. Nah, it's over, dude. Court of public opinion has never mattered less. Okay? It's all about you're going to court now. Okay? Let's see what the judge thinks about your fucking opinion, what you had to say during your stream. That's where these people get off. They get off on it. They get off on like the fact that they can be bad faith. They can lie. They can say whatever they want on a stream because they have a built-in group of people that are just going to accept whatever they say because there's an they're ideologically compromised to follow the narrative of Denims, Hassan Piker, Frogan. That's done. That's gone. Bitch all you want on Twitter. Bring up 100,000 million Reddit level IQ takes on Twitter about why Ethan's in the wrong. Doesn't matter. Your opinion has never mattered less. And I think that's fucking awesome. Anyway.
Thank the snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like double agents for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter. So, thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement. But how do you get the streamers themselves to admit that they're stealing content?
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you.
Dude. Done. And you go on Reddit, right? You go on Twitter right now, and everyone's like, well, this is why that's not what she did. That's not what she... Doesn't matter, bro. Hassan Piker can say it all he wants. Asmongold can say it all he wants. Moist Critical can say whatever he wants. You can all get together and astroturf it to the point where Jacksepticeye, not really knowing... Meat Cannon again, not really knowing what's going on, comes out and says some fucking shit that would benefit your cause. It's never mattered less. It's going to court, baby. It's over. Tell it to the judge. Done, dude. Done, dude. You bitching on Twitter in this instance is never, your opinion has never mattered less. Cry about it. Awesome.
You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you tried. Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish.
Yeah, this is the other part. So this is the other thing too. This isn't just like a normal like copyright dispute through like YouTube or like social media platforms. And I don't fully understand it myself, but there's been a whole entirely like other action taken by Ethan to simplify the court proceedings over this being copyright or not. He talks about that here.
To be eligible for statutory damage.
And the reason I do like I very much wanting to like play through all of this is because like a lot of the shit of these people crying and bitching and moaning on Twitter because their opinions and the people that spout their opinions have completely lost all meaning. They're crying on the internet. They're just lying like always. They're just like saying like they're completely like leaving this context out of the conversation to make it seem like Ethan's doing something unreasonable, which he's not.
Damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue.
And I looked up online. I don't know if the paperwork I saw was legitimate or not, to be fair, but I believe that Ethan had that done 2 days before posting the content nuke, which just another big narrative you'll see is like, this wasn't a big, as if it matters. By the way, as if it matters, you're getting sued either way, you fucking idiot. But the narrative is like, actually, this wasn't a big brain move. I bet you Ethan Klein just did all this after the fact because he was mad. First of all, why does it matter? Second of all, I've seen evidence, not confirmed to be fair, I've seen evidence that Ethan Klein did all this like legal jargon with his video 2 days before posting it. So yeah, no, like this people just
do
lying
a lot more
and
creators
shit.
and rake in millions of dollars. But the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that.
Yeah, again, like a reasonable person can see the difference between like stealing content and reacting to it and making it something different. Like a reasonable person can see the difference. It's a very hard thing to explain. You could argue about it all day, but a reasonable person can see the difference. That's all, that's all like literally coming out and being like, please watch me react to it so you don't have to watch the original video. That is not good. That's not like you were not. Your intentions were to steal the content. Like, obviously. End of discussion.
Want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that...
Yeah, she is the most egregious. Denims is the most egregious because she's so cocky about it, which makes the lawsuit so great, because the reason she's cocky about it is because she knows she has a built-in audience of people, and she fits the narrative of those people, so she can do whatever she wants, make up anything she needs to say after the fact and get away with it all, and it won't affect her lifestyle. It won't affect her at all. Well, that's done. That's over. Well, you're going to court.
Terrible video. Follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is so broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to...
Like, I can't even believe that they get away with it. Like, this example of Frogan getting up and just walking away. Like, what's even the point of watching the video? Like, how can you even defend it? How can you even defend it? It's like, I'm not stealing content. You're walking away when the video is playing. How meaningfully are you interacting? How transformative is the content? How meaningful is your impact on it when you're even there? If you can just walk away and everyone keeps watching. Like, are you kidding me, dude?
Pay me.
What's a flea market? A flea market is like a bunch of people bring shit and set up little booths and they sell stuff. Yeah, man.
Instead of him.
Yeah, you're not from the States, are you, Bagel? Yeah. Down here in America, the greatest country on earth, you know, we can like go do business with each other at flea markets. These artists on Twitter that cry and bitch all day that they can't monetize their art because AI has ruined the job market that they pretend ever existed for them. They're examples of people you'll never see at a flea market trying to sell their art. That would be an example of someone you won't see there.
This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues
what? Like, I don't
everybody,
know, dude, so
and sets a devastating...
It's so stupid that like it's difficult to even like articulate the issue. Like, it's one of those things that a reasonable person can look at it and see the difference between someone like reacting to content in a way that's like transformative and someone that's reacting, quote unquote, reacting to content in a way it's just like parasitic.
Stating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the
and that's why it's such a heated discussion, because like the bad faith actors that are clearly in the wrong, the human element to what makes a reaction ethical or not is so difficult to articulate and argue that you could be dead fucking wrong on the subject and like still be able to give a passable argument to it, because it's such a difficult thing to describe, but when you see it, you know it.
3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs. All 3 are on this list. In fact, they're the only 3,
really?
as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video. Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Casey Tron, the queen.
Casey Tron is, I'm going to say this, I have to defend Casey Tron. Okay? A long time ago, about a year ago, I set out to make like a little video going over Casey Tron because I never quite understood what she was all about, and I left it. She is like a troll, and I can't tell where the troll ends. I can't tell how much of her is really just a dumb bitch, and how much of her is trying to be a good entertainer. But at the end of the day, I will say this: Casey Tron is by far, with literally, when she's actually physically there and not just being a lazy piece of shit, when she's actually trying, Casey Tron is by far one of the most I will say this, one of the most entertaining streamers, period, at all at the moment. The problem is 95% of the time she smokes herself silly and doesn't do anything. But when she's trying, by far one of the most entertaining streamers you can find right now on the internet. Easily. Easily, bro. Casey Tron could be so fucking cool if she just stopped smoking so much fucking weed. Like, literally. Like, I made a video about it. Go watch it. Casey Tron's actually fucking... She has the ability to be cool and entertaining, unlike Denims and Frogan.
Queen of ripping farts and bomb
Abigail Rose, LMAO, Ethan is not winning. Yeah, tell it to the judge, buddy.
loads.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Hey, Abigail Ross, your opinion has never mattered less. It's over, dude. Stop.
I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
Frogan, who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I use a... Can I...
What do you mean, ditto? My boy ain't going to... We'll see. Here, dude, come back and, like... Come back when the court... Dude, it's over, dude. It's over. It's, like, laughable. This is my opinion. All right, well, it's going to court, buddy. So, your opinion really might not matter much anymore. Go, Astro. Go make 1,000 alt accounts on Reddit and AstroTurf meat cannon into thinking otherwise. That'll help the court proceedings. That'll get it done. Go do that.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
I'll leave it playing. So, and the part that I never hear mentioned enough is like, how much can you really think that you can get away with claiming you're contributing to the content you're reacting to if you leave for a long period, like leave constantly for long periods of time, and like your audience stays. So like clearly even when you're there, you're not contributing much, because when you leave, people still hang around. Like, so silly.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denims, the queen of self.
Are you not allowed to go to the bathroom? I mean, when I go to the bathroom, well, I would get offended if when I went to the bathroom, everybody was just like, okay, goodbye. It's like, okay, well, then clearly I'm just fucking, nobody cares what I have to say. It's not about, you can obviously go to the bathroom. Here, let me show you an excellent example of what you can do to go to the bathroom. One of the top 5 podcasts in the world, actually, the H3 podcast. I'm sure you've heard of it. This is actually one of the most successful, lucrative, money-making enterprises ever to exist online. When he goes to the bathroom, he actually, because his opinion to his audience and his contributions to the topics he discuss, they're so integral to the content, irreplaceable, in fact, that H3 podcast actually, they just end the show for a little bit. They take an intermission when he has to go to the bathroom. I'll show you an example if I can find it. An example of a creator that like meaningfully contributes to the discussion. They have like a whole bathroom break sketch. Where is it? I'm sure I can find it. Are you on to pause the video? You can also watch from your phone while in the bathroom and come back about the things and rewind it. Yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that, dude. That's the problem. And why would you want to? Why would you want to? Why would you want to do that? First of all, they don't. That's not what happens. I thought it would be easy because they have such a strong audience that fucking normally you can just look up shit. Here. Hold on. I'll find it. Fuck it. We're going to play an example. I'm going to show you. I'm going to blow your fucking brains out. The concept of not having to fucking keep the video playing because you went to the bathroom. I'm sure they'll mention it. Here. Was it? I'm official announced you got a shot of him in the bathroom in the doorway. Was it reminded someone that ran into the office? They have like a whole sequence
there, and
that
then
plays.
I walk into the bathroom by the doors, and the door's wide open, or on a glint, and I see him peeing, standing up. Nasty.
He texts me, he's all, I'm here.
Take my word, it's the thing that happens. Where was I at? LOL, I know what the H3 does for bathroom breaks. They read donos. Yeah, man, exactly. See, you're a somewhat reasonable human being, Abigail Ross. Why do you feel Ethan is not in the right, it would appear, by your original comment? Oh fuck, I fucked myself. Here we go.
Owning. And my God, is she the queen of that?
It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my.
I mean, you can be a Fallen H3 fan and still, like, see what's going on here and, like, understand that these people are in the wrong that are attacking him. And if you have, like, a greater opinion over, like, the political discussion, that's valid. That's, like, I'm not going to tell you, like, oh, you need to feel this way about foreign affairs because I'm an idiot guy on the internet that doesn't know anything about foreign affairs. I just have never heard a take from and I watch a lot of H3 podcasts if I haven't made that obvious. I have the trading cards upstairs. I've never heard a take from Ethan Klein about foreign affairs, to me, as a layman on the topic, that appeared to be so egregious that he needs to have CPS called to his house and human remains sent to him. I think that when the second that happened, it was like, okay, all bets are off, you know?
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty...
Honestly, though, I will say this about 3 people being sued. Like I said before, Casey Tron getting sued is, like, devastating, dude. Casey Tron is, like, actually sad. It's, like, sad because she's genuinely capable of being very entertaining. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if she legitimately smoked her fucking brains out of her head or if she really is just a piece of shit. Either way, when she wants to be, Casey Tron is extremely entertaining.
Pretty definitive.
He never said.
And it's very sad to see how low she's fallen, actually.
Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints. And let's start with my favorite of the 3, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Casey Tron.
A lot of people have been wondering.
Devastating, dude. Devastating, man, how far she's fallen, dude. She's so capable. Like, Denims is not entertaining and not capable of being entertaining. Frogan is not entertaining and not capable of being entertaining. Casey Tron is, when she wants to be one of the most entertaining live streamers you could possibly find on the internet. And she chooses to just smoke fucking weed and lop around and shove food in her mouth. It's so sad, dude. It's actually so sad.
Wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're going to watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say,
yeah,
don't
dude.
you think? Why are you so...
But, like, I don't know how much... Like, if she said that, very well, like, take her to court. I'm not mad about it. But it's so hard for me to understand. I made a whole thing about Casey Tron. And I literally, like, spent time going over, like, her VODs and watching her. I was watching Casey Tron VODs when she'd actually be there contributing. And I can't tell how much of it's fucking shtick, dude. I miss the old H3 when they would have turned Casey Tron into a meme. Well, I mean, the problem is, like, you just saw that clip. You know? I don't know. I get what you're saying, but again, the thing that makes this different is, like, the direct attacks on Ethan's family. That is not slidable. And I'm consistent on that. Like, even with iDubbbz, you can go back. I was at Creator Clash too. When iDubbbz was beefing with Froggy Fresh, I was on iDubbbz's side of that argument, and I still don't give a fuck. If I'm your boss and you're online talking shit on my wife, bye-bye. I don't give a fuck. Well, you should separate personal from business. I don't fucking have to do anything. Suck my dick. How about that one? Like, if you like work for me, all right, if I'm in charge of whether or not you have a job tomorrow and you want to attack my wife online, fuck off. I'm cool with that, all right? That's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm very consistent on the second you come after, like, there's like a personal attack in any way, shape, or form on like my family, it's past me. Then that's like, nope, done. All bets are off.
So
Justified.
comfortable. We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Casey-tron's.
I don't think any of these creators defend any of that though. I would say that Denim's deleted a lot of her content. It's hard for me to go back and look at it, but I would disagree with you. The big defense to the CPS call was that it could have, at least right now, the big defense to the CPS call is that it was like a legitimate concern. Like the idea that it could have even been a member of Ethan's audience that called. Not even just like from opinion. Like I can show you, I did a live stream where I go over it. Statistically, based on response times from CPS, it makes no sense that it would have been a caller from Ethan's audience. And the big thing is like, well, it's good that CPS got called because the kids could have legitimately been endangered. If you actually think that, and you didn't just hear it from like Frogan, you're a fucking idiot. And then the reason Denims is getting called out so specifically, like her face is in the background of this whole video so far, is because if you follow the timeline of when CPS arrived at Ethan's house, it would logistically make the most sense that it was a viewer of Denim's live stream that elicited that response. And I do have a live stream that actually Denims blocked me after I posted it, which is really, really funny because the live stream got like 35 views. But I have a live stream where I like go over the statistics and explain to you why Denims, I don't think Denims did it. It was one of Denim's fans viewers that most likely called CPS. But it wasn't the CPS workers said it was someone they knew. Yeah, I can just say that. Do you understand that people lie? Do you understand that people lie? And then why would somebody they know call if the CPS, like literally think about what you're saying. The CPS came, examined the house, and saw that the claims were unjust. So who in Ethan's personal life would have called if there was nothing to call about? That doesn't even make sense. So Ethan lied about what? Their maid? What about their maid? I'm well versed in this topic. Tell me what you think about the maid. You think the maid called? I can show you evidence that suggests the maid probably didn't call. The maid had issues with them. The problem with the maid calling, the reason that is the most least likely of things to have happened if the maid called, is that the maid getting fired and filing the lawsuit was well outside of the average response times for California Child Protective Services. Like if that would have been, if the maid did call and that would have been what happened, then that would have been like, which isn't impossible. I'll give you that. It's not impossible, but it's the least likely circumstance just because of the time frame. Because that would have been like ridiculously outside of the average response time for Child Protective Services in California. So that's why it's not, in my opinion, it's not reasonable to assume that the maid called. Anyway. Casey-tron, Queen Casey-tron.
She smoked more than she spoke. Casey-tron smokes 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking?
That's the biggest shame about Casey-tron, dude. She's actually very, very funny, dude. And she just doesn't give a fuck. She's just like lazy and smokes the whole time and acts like a bitch, which is so funny. I love it when when Casey-tron's acting like a bitch, it is so funny. I love it. That's like her character. It's awesome. It's great. I'm not even disparaging her. I'm not even talking shit. It's just like so much of her content is like, I don't know how much of it's real and how much of it is actually her, which is cool, but
thinking there was no way that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 15 minutes, 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking.
Funny,
and her...
And it's such a testament to her content in general, dude. I cannot stress it enough, guys. I've watched her shit. I made a video about her. She's so funny, dude. It's just she doesn't give a fuck. And then I think sometimes she takes the stupid fucking idiot routine way too fucking far.
Quote unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
The complaint continues. Indeed, Casey Tron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead
Literally.
stares blankly at her computer screen.
You guys ever see Casey Tron cosplay? This is the funniest shit that Casey Tron does. When I found this, when I was making my video about Casey Tron, dude, it was so funny. Hold on. Casey Tron. She's so funny, dude. Like, I'm not even being a dick. Casey Tron, where is it? Casey Tron. Marge Simpson. Dude. She's actually really funny. Dude, this is awesome, dude.
Hype train started.
And she sings. She like sings. Look, she's in public, dude. This is awesome. This is awesome. I actually like. Part of me kind of hopes that Casey Tron reaches out, like like through the settlement process. Casey Tron is like, listen, I took the meme too far. I'm sorry, and I would accept that. I would accept that. I would accept that from Casey Tron. I keep losing the. Do you not think it's just a little silly, though, that Ethan said he would sue people for using any video of him in it and now is going back on it? Well, what clip are you referring to? Because I know at one point he said that he's made many claims on this topic, but I do remember that after he made the claim about wanting the H3 industrial complex, he actually did make a statement retracting. From 2023. I know you're not lying. I know there's a potential that you're not being malicious here, but I do know that Ethan has retracted such statements and has gotten tighter with his IP. Not to mention, again, the video that we're watching here, the issue was not that people were, as you said, what would you say here? Do you not think it's just a little silly, though, that Ethan said that he wouldn't sue people for using any video of him in it and is now going back on it? Well, these people that didn't just use the video, they're like directly encouraging their reaction, quote unquote, as a market substitute. And that's why they're being sued. That's why Hassan's not getting sued. XQC's not getting sued, but Casey Tron and Denims are. And that's being, as explained in the video. So no, I don't think it's a little silly. I think it's very consistent, personally, based on what I'm watching right now in front of my face.
In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Casey Tron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Casey Tron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot."
Which is funny.
To give you an idea,
It is like funny that Casey Tron gets like so fucking blown out that she's just like, what is going, like, but how much of it is a character?
the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't know if you're fucking around in a car being funny and you run somebody over. I don't think you get to tell the cop it was just a meme. I didn't mean to actually kill anybody. Yeah.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Which is funny. This is funny, dude. Like, and it's not just Ethan's editing. She is funny. I think it's especially silly considering he knows these are small creators that can't afford a lawsuit and are scared for their livelihoods. Well, I mean, fuck around and find out. I don't know. You can think that, but I mean, I don't know. Denims especially can go eat shit. Frogan can go eat shit. And then even Casey Tron, she specifically stated, like, come watch me react so you don't have to watch the original upload. I mean, that's breaking the law, dude. And, like, I don't think the law stipulates morality, but I do think that these people are immoral, except for maybe Casey Tron. Maybe Casey Tron. I'm not even sure about that. So, no, I don't really see your point, to be honest with you. I think that if you spout crazy fucking nonsense about people and like you maliciously attack them either directly or like subtly through like manipulation, I think that there should be consequences to those actions. Yeah.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you look? You think I made this? This isn't a music.
Isn't that what Ethan has been doing though? What? I'm confused on what you're referring
Music
to.
video, Hassan.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this.
Here it is. Here it is. This is where it's like, oh, well, it's just reaction. Oh, well, Ethan Klein is suing these creators for reacting, and that's bad because fucking reacting's good. Oh, no, like...
Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, dude.
Stating outright that her...
And then what? Like, so she's maliciously attacking Ethan Klein and maliciously trying to take, like, viewers away from Ethan. Not that Ethan's short on viewers. But then when Ethan decides, okay, fuck you, well, now we all got to be sympathetic towards Casey Tron. And you know what? If Casey Tron said, listen, I was doing a bit and I took it too far, fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. Okay. But, I mean... regardless of how the lawsuit ends, I can completely understand why she's one of the people being targeted.
Intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why.
And then for Frogan and Denham's literally no sympathy at all. Sorry, I can't even see a way out for them where I'm like cool with it. Like they're just malicious fucking liars, dude.
Copyright infringement laws exist. You could not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was
yeah,
a flying
Frogan
star.
sucks.
It almost got me. You know her and you love her, guys. Frogan. Reaction by exit.
She is such a fucking malicious, fucking shifty liar. Like literally, I don't fucking care. Like she's fucking fuck around, find out, bro. That's my official statement. I miss when Ethan vaped and smoked weed on stream. Well, he never did it like Casey Tron. He made Vape Nash, dude. Which Casey Tron is capable of creating a video like Vape Nash, and she just won't do it. She's fucking lazy.
Exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically." Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support."
And people won't care. People will lie to support her because they agree with that take where it's like unethical to watch it through Ethan Klein because he's bad and he has the wrong opinions. It's like, okay, well that's breaking the law, which has been yet to be determined by a judge, but I'm pretty confident we're going to see it that ends that way.
And thank you for watching it with me. Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah,
Because he's cycling the same.
She's got nothing going for her at all. Like zero. Her only skill is like stirring shit, and she's not even good at it. At least when Casey Tron does it, it makes me laugh. Like it's genuinely funny and entertaining to watch. You're crazy, dude. What do you like about Frogan? You're just ideologically compromised, I imagine. I literally don't get it. If you right now were like, I like Casey Tron, I'd be like, based. Fair enough. If you were like, I like Denims, I'd be like, a little bit red flaggy, but whatever. There's some great aspects to Denim's personality, at least. Frogan? The fuck you watching Frogan for, dude? I literally don't get it, genuinely.
Fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 30
Dude.
hour 1 minute and 32 seconds? It's been the same shit over and over again.
Dude, but she just has Hassan's takes. I don't care if you're pro-Palestine. I literally don't know anything about the topic. I genuinely don't care. I don't think it's wrong not to care. And if you care about it, I think that's totally fine and great too. But I would just be a little bit more worried about like the people clarity. bro, listen to her speak. What are you talking about, dude? I feel like you're just pumping her up because she's like, she's not even a big voice, dude. Like, pump up Hassan. Fuck it. I don't know. At least then I get it. At least then I understand it. She's bad. I think she makes you guys look bad. I think like she is the type of person that shares your ideologies and makes you all look bad. I think Hassan is too, but she's like, I can't even think of a redeeming quality.
Again, this video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah, you guys, you said you're pro Palestine and you have base takes. So like you guys, that would fit the description of being pro Palestine. That would be what I'm referring to. I don't know. So you're not pro Palestine? I don't have an opinion on the topic. I have zero opinion on the topic. I'm not pro anything. I don't fucking know anything about. Being a man who has grown up in Appalachia in the United States of America, this may be a shocker to you guys, but I don't think that I have a good take on a fucking 1,000-year holy war in the Middle East. And I don't think any amount of watching Hassan Piker or Frogan is going to change that. I have no clue what I'm talking about. Even if I tried to understand it. Which I don't. Because I have 1,000 other things to worry about to maintain my life. Okay? Frogan, I think, is lame, yes.
Like, what commentary do you want me to add by, like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot?
Oh, God, I think you should. I'm happy with the engagement, but I think you should. I'm from Appalachia, too. What Ethan is saying is insanely damaging in pro-Palestine movement. Please educate yourself. No, I don't care. I literally don't care. I would have to have so much free time to care that I literally don't care. Like literally, who am I getting my resources from? Like, I don't trust anybody on the topic, to be honest with you. It's a fucking holy war. It's been going on for fucking thousands and thousands of fucking years, dude. I have a take about the Middle East, but I got banned on from Twitter. Well, that's not good. I don't think that anybody talking in 2020, I don't think that a bunch of YouTubers in California figured it out. I don't think anyone figured it out. This will never end. I think this is going to be the same. We're going to be like, dude, I have like a mortgage and shit, dude. All right. Like I have problems. I have shit that has to happen.
Idiot, he's mentally ill and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube. Are you going to make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. You may use the bathroom, Frogan, although I don't advise it.
Can I use the
I don't know what the Watchman is.
bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
And they were fucking talking about
well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like you get up and you go to the bathroom, you just pause it. They should be watching for you. Yes. If you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you.
Exactly.
Right?
Dude.
As lazy and pathetic as her reaction is,
that's like embarrassing. It's like embarrassing that you have to leave the video playing because that's like, you know, then that they're not watching for you. You know that your audience like doesn't even give a fuck that you're there.
Not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically. Hell.
Well, you're allowed to just click off when they go to the bathroom, but it doesn't change the fact that there's like no good excuse for them to be doing that. Can we not talk about the stuff happening in the Middle East, Tom? It's like, yeah, dude. If that's something that you're passionate about, I don't have a problem with that. I am not, and I don't. I've already gone over it. I don't have an opinion on the topic really. And I don't think anyone speaking about it that's getting through to me that I'd have the ability to look into it. I don't think they have it figured out either, despite how confident they might be about their opinions.
Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people. I came from the issue.
She's so happy, dude. She might be able to afford to Uber Eats Burger King. Like fucking, she's so broke. It's funny to me.
Reddit.
That is like one thing that I actually like love about Frogan is it's so easy for me to shit on her because like there's a really good chance that I have more money than her. Just I don't know what about that's funny to me, but it is.
It's so pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly. We're gonna watch it live. Yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because
I like Abigail's being pretty reasonable. I don't mind engaging with. It's like a small part of the overall discussion because a lot of the people that are pumping up Frogan and Hassan, the reason that they're kind of, in my opinion, like I've already expressed, they're overlooking some pretty negative aspects to like the way that they're pursuing activism, is because they feel very strongly about like the political the stuff going on in Palestine, the political aspect of it. But I personally don't, dude, I don't think that there's an excuse for the level of harassment that Ethan has been getting. I haven't heard anything from Ethan, and I'm not saying I'm going to swear and co-sign everything Ethan said. I have no evidence to think that Ethan has, I don't know what Ethan knows about it really. I don't know who's right or who's wrong. I do know that I've never heard Ethan make a take on the subject that had me just being like, holy fuck, man. Like,
we were all watching two other streamers, and
people were less sensitive about Ethan when he made the comment about committing an act of terror against gun people. Okay, if you remember that whole drama, people were people didn't give a fuck about that. Like, in my personal opinion, the harassment for him came after he began pumping harassment against these specific creators. I think you're wrong. I don't think you're correct in that at all.
I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he's confirmed it's coming out today, I'm gonna stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, well guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe,
Dude,
throw it.
It's just all laid out in black and white. Like, I just don't see how they're going to get away with this.
A prime if you like my content. Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer so we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm going to go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
She is so irredeemable. But the best part about Denims specifically is you know that this is like killing her. Like, she is like so upset about this, all this drama at the level it's gotten to. And the reason I know that is because she blocked me on Twitter after I did a live stream going over why it was probably one of her viewers that called CPS. And I know she blocked me because I was on her Twitter. I check on her Twitter regularly, like just to see what kind of drama we got going on. And the day after I did that live stream, I was blocked. That live stream had a total of 35 fucking viewers, and Denims was one of them. I'm positive. That is so funny.
All right.
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this. I have an alternate.
Look, she's not.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah,
She literally stopped reacting to this comment about how like she's not reacting.
I'm gonna stream it since he confirmed it's coming out today. We're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it. You know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here, because I'm going to be honest, I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching.
I don't know, Abigail. I feel like you're very ideologically compromised. I think that you're doing your cause a disservice by pumping up these people who probably actually at the end of the day don't have the best interests of the things you care about at heart, but that's just my interpretation.
Watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party?
Watch.
I don't think
Literally calls it a watch party.
that's fair use. Now, Denim's, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React streamer. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that
Dude,
I'm reacting.
That's not good though. You're saying like, oh my God. Like, it's like, I do think that the copyright stuff has to get cracked down on maybe just a little bit. I mean, I think free internet is better than anything, but then you have people like this who just like take advantage. Like she's so fucking stupid that she'll actually blow up. Like she's one of the people that will blow up the status quo for everyone else and fuck everyone else over.
Hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen, but it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends.
No, it's so you guys can make fucking money, dude. Like, go get a fucking job, dude. Like, literally. Like, I can't even hate the hustle, though, because if you're getting paid, like, a lot of money to just sit and watch television all day and not say anything, that's nice. But then to go the extra mile and try to defend it and come up with excuses for it, it's like you're digging your own grave, dude. And you have, because now a judge is going to look at all this.
You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos.
Why? Like, God, dude. She's so fucking, like, is it stupidity or has she just been like gaslighted into a false sense of an undeserved sense of security and confidence?
And they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm sure
From the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are
This is, in the context of the lawsuit, this is fucking devastating, dude.
Specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like. Or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is...
I agree with that, but that shouldn't be your excuse. I do agree that like there is a certain conversation to be had around the fact that the people that are watching me react to this video would not be watching that video otherwise. Like when people say that, I think there is truth to that. The problem is when the criticism is that you're just stealing other people's content and curating it for like for whatever reason. And your excuse is like, well, they wouldn't have watched it just through you anyway. That's like not like, that's not good. That's not, you shouldn't be saying, you're not the one that should be saying that. That's the issue. I think there's a conversation to be had there. Like exposure is valuable. I know like Twitter artists and people, they want to pretend like exposure is like meaningless and you should always be paid cash. But exposure is valuable. There's a value to exposure. But also like you can't just be ripping people's content for yourself. There's like, again, there's a line there. There's like a reasonable line to walk there. Like a reasonable person can see the difference between what should be being done and what is being done.
Called theft, and you're a thief, and now I'm suing you. This is just a testimony to how brazen and how safe they've, you know, gotten. That she thinks she can go out in public on video,
and that's the most dangerous part. Like she, like it's happening. Okay, when lawyers start getting involved and people start getting pissed off about this, she's the type of person you're going to clip and take that to a courtroom, and now it is happening. If anything, we should be happy it's Ethan and not like a big company that could really do some serious damage.
say shit like,
I mean, we'll see how things lay out, but I don't think Ethan's gonna blow up. I don't think Ethan is going to intentionally detonate reaction content because like part of what he does is reaction content. And there's companies that would greatly benefit by just nuking the whole concept altogether.
I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have it.
Yes.
3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again.
I want to look at some of Casey Tron's reactions to this too, because she is so funny, but I just can't tell how much of it is a joke to her.
I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others.
Yes.
These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use
to an egregious degree,
they also did it maliciously.
As
and that's
explained.
the part that really got me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
man.
if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing.
Yeah, but you know what?
Fine. And I would never sue someone for that.
The people that defend the other, like, I don't even know how much of it you can actually reason with. I feel like people that are like defending these people, it's like an ideological thing. It's like, well, this person, when she does talk, says the things that I want her to be saying to people. So I'll just defend her content in general. When there's like obvious, like a reasonable person could identify that there's obvious issues with the way these people react, quote unquote, to things.
Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video. You know, and to all the detractors who are saying that I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement.
All the fucking excuses. That's like what Casey Tron says. She's like calling everyone an incel, which I don't know. I don't know with Casey Tron. I don't know what's real and what's not real with her. I really don't.
I have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my
get a new
lawsuits.
watch. Yeah, so that's Ethan. And like I said, like the only person that I would be happy to see a resolution, the only person I could envision there being a resolution with would be Casey Tron. I did not like Casey Tron. I still don't really like Casey Tron. You can't argue with the level of entertainment she's capable of providing. And I don't know how much of her personality is an act. Okay, so Ethan KKK, like honestly, you're getting like sued, like pretty definitively, you're probably going to get fucked. Like unless you've been gaslighted otherwise, it's pretty obvious that you're going to get blown out in court. And her response is, Ethan KKK Klein is going to sue me for smoking too much weed. He is trying to take away my ability to purchase my medically necessary marijuana products. Dude, is this like, if she's joking, she's a master troll, dude. If she's joking, she's so fucking funny. She's either trolling or she's legitimately this much of a fucking dirtball degenerate. And part of me just can't believe that somebody's this much of a fucking degenerate. We cannot let this happen. Donate to my weed fund. Live on stream now, dude. Dude, that is so funny. She's so funny. Like, unironically, she's so fucking funny, dude. It's like a shame. Where's the weed fund link? Oh, God, where is it? You could have sworn she had the link somewhere. Hold on. I clicked on her link and it was like so funny. Like it was a picture of her looking like a fucking mangled mess of a human, dude. It was so funny. What is it? Desperately. Like I can see if she were to like break the act, if there is an act, and be like, hey guys, listen, I was memeing. I took it a bit too far and incriminated myself. I am sorry. It was meant to be like a joke. I would be like, all right, based. I believe her. I don't see the link. If I see it, hopefully it comes up somewhere where she has here's the GoFundMe. Here it is. Oh God. Okay. So I'm going to read the rest of this shit. Then we'll look at the GoFundMe, which is also very, very like genuinely funny, dude. And you tell me, do you think how much of this is a joke? Is it all real? part of it, like how much of this is a character? Desperately need to mute. She always calls everyone an incel. Which, if that's a legitimate argument to why people hate her, that is the stupidest fucking thing you could ever say. Because, like, there are plenty of female creators, women online that get, like, not as much hate as Casey Tron. But she begs for the hate. It seems to me like she begs for, like she likes the trolling. Like, she's, like, her act is trolling. But I love how she calls everyone an incel. It's like funny if ironic, and then just sad if otherwise. Men love Amaranth. What's the difference between Casey Tron and Amaranth? Can we try to figure that out quick? Of course, there are like legitimate people that hate Amaranth just because she's a woman making money. But I don't think there's a difference there in the level of hate they get. I think, and I think there's a obvious physical difference too. That one person maybe needs to stop thinking that guys are just mad at her because she's hot, because I'm not sure if the photos we have of her online support that. Casey Tron, let women be fucking funny. I've been funny. She's great. And I hope I'm laughing with her. I really do. I think she's funny, dude. Let women be funny. I have been funny for years. Years. Jealous men cannot stand this. So they always try to undersell me by claiming I am a troll. Like, but here's her just saying she's not a troll. Casey Tron, if you're not a troll, you're not funny. Like, you're such an over-the-top fucking moron. Like Three Stooges. And I'm not even saying that. This sounds like I'm being mean. But that's what's funny about her. It's funny, dude. It's funny when she's like, you're all just incels that hate me. Takes a bong rip. Like, it's so obviously not the case. But then here she is, like, claiming I am troll. I'm a troll, that I am a character when I'm unaware. No, I am a comedian and I actually do goofs and gaffes. Dude, she does though. I'm torn on Casey Tron getting blown out in court by Ethan because I think there's a potential that she actually is funny. This might just be like one of the greatest characters ever made by an online character. The problem is, like, smoke less weed and actually make more content, because when you make content, it's great. It's actually good. Oh my God, dude. That's a controversial take to have, I think, on my end of the spectrum here of where we're at. But she is, dude. She's funny. Casey Tron's actually funny, dude. It kills me. I said I was going to try to make take a mental health break until Wednesday, but this mental cannot take a break, girls. Exclusive live on TikTok. So, I don't know. I'm like glazing Casey Tron here because I think there's a chance that she deserves to be glazed a little bit. I think she's fucking funny, dude. She's either actually like a female incarnation of the Three Stooges, or she's funny. Donate to her crowdfunding then, dude. I might have to. A short rant here. So this is the rant, and then we'll look at the GoFundMe. I legit, that's the beauty and the potential beauty in the artistry to this is I cannot tell if this is a real person. I can't, dude. A short rant. I am so tired. My entire existence on Twitch since I started 13 years ago has been incel harassment campaign after incel harassment campaign. Men with much larger audiences than me have sexually harassed. I would listen. I don't know. Maybe she has been sexually harassed, but there's just something funny about Casey Tron saying that. And nobody should be sexually harassed. That's bad. Larger audiences than me have like who are you referring to? Men with much larger audiences than me have sexually harassed me. Like, who are you referring to? Are you like to me it's like her trying to imply that like Ethan Klein has sexually harassed her, and maybe that's just me. But that's what I'm getting out of that, because I can't think like what large creator has sexually harassed Casey Tron. Maybe it's happened and I missed it. I'm not saying that she doesn't have a gripe here. I'm just like it feels like a troll. It feels like a troll. defamed, slandered, swatted my home, cyberstalked, and this is all bullshit. That should not be happening. Obviously, harassment in general shouldn't be happening. I've expressed that numerous times for anybody that does watch my irrelevant fucking ass. Swatted my home, cyberstalked me, tried to get me to, yeah, that's not good. Tried to get me to kill myself, not good. For literally a decade, though these endeavors, like, legitimate gripes to have. But the way, like, some of this is presented is, like, I can't help but feel like she's, like, trying to do, like, is this real or not? Is this real or not? Through these endeavors, very few of my peers have supported me. See, like, that's just out of touch if that's legitimate. She gets overwhelming support from people on her side of these arguments. Because they don't want to invoke the same hate. I've been extremely isolated. You get invited to, like, streamer parties and you're like one of the most irrelevant fucking creators in any room that Frogan's not in. What do you mean I don't have support? Like, that, it's either the most beautiful example, like Filthy Frank level fucking artistry here, or she's actually just a woman incarnation of the Three Stooges. I've always been thrown to the wolves to fend for myself. By fucking who, dude? By fucking who? Show me an example where, like, every fucking QT Cinderella-centric creator didn't have your back. Now a millionaire has specifically chosen me. No. Like, how much of this is she really this not unself-aware, or is it a beautiful character that's been created here? 3 people are being sued, not just you. Anyway, I feel like I'm getting trolled. That's why I have to keep stopping, because I'm like, I think she's getting me, dude. Unfortunate she got caught in this, but she's driving the snark narrative, so unlucky, bro. Fair enough. Fair opinion to have. But I feel like I'm getting trolled. I have to stop and just, like, try to keep picking it apart, because I feel like she's actually getting me. I feel like I'm getting trolled. Anyway, now a millionaire specifically chose me as the target for frivolous lawsuit, not only because they know I don't have the monetary means to defend myself, but because they knew targeting me specifically would invoke the support of extremely large incel audiences. This has got to be, it's got to be a character. They're going to, like, settle out of court. My dream is they're going to, like, settle. And Ethan is going to lighten up on Casey Tron. Like, she's going to privately be like, listen, I fucked up. I know. Like, I just don't believe this is a real person who would once again harass me en masse. My biggest fear in all of this is that I will once again be left to fend for myself. Never has happened. Never. I'm going out on a limb and I'm saying that Casey Tron, in her large professional career, for being, like, anywhere near relevant, has never ever been kicked to the wolves. There's always been large creators that are, like, QT Cinderella centric, fucking Hassan Piker centric, that have backed her up through everything, every single time, always. But I feel like by me even saying that, I'm being pulled into the troll. My biggest fear is that in all this, I would once again be left to defend for myself. A mass harassment campaign slanders and harasses my character. I'm also fearful for my financial future and my ability to provide for my family. Being told relentlessly that you're going to lose everything. Well, fuck around and find out. Again, I get, like, if you're, like, fucking around with your boys in a car and you're, like, driving like a maniac because it's funny, and you actually hit someone and kill them, you don't get to go to court and go, well, it was just a meme. Which, this is not nearly that severe, but yeah, she, like, did get caught red-handed with her hand in the cookie jar of content, stealing from Ethan, like, admitting to it. Like, I am a market substitute. Watch me to not watch Ethan. That is illegal. You can't do that. And I'm not saying that legality is the fucking standard for morals, but yeah, no, like, get fucked also. Like, being told relentlessly that you're going to lose everything. And people are just so comfortable, like, spouting off crazy shit like her. Like, in her character, I'm going to call it, because I don't think this is real. The lawsuit's very real. But her character just calling everyone a fucking incel and shit. People are just way too comfortable like spouting off shit online. I do think there should be consequences. You shouldn't just be able to go on Twitter and call like Dream a pedophile. That shouldn't happen. There should be consequences to that. And it's all to the larger creator typically. Like if you make a big video calling Mr. Beast out for like abusing a kid, that situation never happened, and you're Joe Schmo, who cares? You'll be proven wrong, and Mr. Beast, there'll always be people that will associate Mr. Beast with the bullshit that you dropped on him. Being told relentlessly that you're going to lose everything and have generational debt for the rest of your life, well, that is literally shit people kill themselves over. I often cope with humor, as most people who have overcome hard obstacles in their lives do, but I've reached my breaking point and acknowledge I need more help. I'm hoping to be back to streaming Wednesday. So then there's the GoFundMe, which is very funny. It was funnier before, dude. So now she stole King of Nothing's thumbnail. Famously, one of the worst commentary channels in the world ever. Awful, awful, awful creator. Made the worst video on Ethan Klein ever made. She stole that thumbnail, but originally it was like a photo of her looking demented, which was funny because she posted it about herself. It was funny, but she changed it to this. We could probably find an original. I'll try to find the original screenshot because it's so fucking funny. It's so funny, dude. Casey Tron go fund. Like, how much of this is serious? Where is it? This was the original GoFundMe photo. This was the original photo. How much of this am I supposed to take serious? You tell me. You tell me how much of this woman and her persona online is a troll. You tell me. And this is funny. Like, it's funny. It is actually funny, based, and cool to, through you playing a character online, if that is what this is, get slapped with a lawsuit because, like, you fell into some bullshit. Like playing a character, you said some shit that got your ass sued. Right? And then for you to go on the defensive and say that, like, you're the subject of harassment and please, this is crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then this is your GoFundMe. That is fucking hilarious. That is based, epic, and cool, dude. I just don't know how much of it's actual. I don't know how much of this am I supposed to take seriously. How much of Casey Tron is real? How much of it is real? How much of it is a character? And that's like I don't know. If it's a character, she is a fucking artist when she wants to be. She is legitimately, when she wants to make content, Casey Tron is one of the most entertaining streamers you will ever find online. Legitimately. The problem is 90% of the time she's smoking herself silly and shoving food in her mouth. And to elicit interactions online, she takes like the most disgusting fucking stances on most issues. Most issues. Like, okay, like here, she raised money for Trans Lifeline. Great. Awesome. No problems with that. But like anyone who disagrees with her is an incel. That's just silly. Like, obviously, like a reasonable, rational person can look at Casey Tron, an instance where Casey Tron interacted with some shit, and they can, like, a reasonable person can see like where the line is. And that's part of the allure. That's part of what makes Casey Tron like cool. The character, if it is a character cool, is that's like a difficult thing to articulate and explain. So it just, the character lives on. It goes and goes and goes. In my opinion, Ethan will just want them to publicly apologize. Wait, what was it? Unfortunately, she got caught in this, but she's driving. Yeah. In my opinion, Ethan will just want them to say sorry publicly and no longer be able to speak about him. I think it's just to discourage like the level of harassment, to show people that there's going to be repercussions if you keep fucking with them, which I think is based and cool. And the only person that I like hope in my dream, in my head canon for these people, the only person I hope that there's a scenario that gets achieved where they get out of it, I think that person should be Casey Tron. Either that or she's like 100% serious about everything and she deserves to get her ass blown out in court. But like Denim's Frogan. Yeah, fuck them, dude. Honestly, fuck Denims and Frogan. I hope that their fucking great grandkids have to take a loan out to piss. Fuck them, dude. And for generations to come, for hundreds of years to come, her legacy will be that she fucked her whole family up for being such a dumb fucking idiot, for just being a fucking moron. Be pretty based. Cool. The hell happened with Trump? Hopefully they just make Casey do some funny troll. Hopefully. Easy there, brother. What did I say? Hopefully they just make Casey do some trolls, funny shit, and settle and put it on the show. That'd be cool. I think even Ethan was reacting. Yeah, Ethan was reacting to Casey Tron, like not being able to figure. I don't think that Ethan was like aware of the Casey Tron shtick until like after like looking into her for the lawsuit and stuff. Because that's where I was at. I made a video. I think it's a pretty good Casey Tron video, if I do say so myself. And I'm not even like hating on her the whole time. I think I'm actually like pretty fair. I do shit on her a little bit where it's funny to do so. But hold on, let me just go to my channel. Casey Tron. This took me a while to make. I'm not saying it's like the highest level of content, but like this took me a while to make just because I still can't get a beat on her. I'll tell you why. You see, I've been watching not only Casey Tron's content for the past like 2 months now, but I've also been watching a lot. So I went into it thinking she'd be like an easy slam. And if I wanted, I realized while making this video, back when I actually like made videos, which I haven't done in a while, sadly. But when I went into making this video, I thought it would be like an easy slam dunk because she appeared to be just such like an easy target. And then I realized like, I think she's trolling me. I think she's winning. Casey Tron is a 33-year-old Twitch streamer that's become part of the most incestual, manipulative group of people to ever infect the online landscape. I stand by that. Every single person that Casey Tron associates with is like much less entertaining and funny than she is. The problem is Casey Tron smokes too much weed, so QT Cinderella can throw vanity projects that make her look cool, and Casey Tron just shoves food in her face and smokes weed the whole time. I think that Casey Tron has the potential to be far more successful than any of the people she associates with. If it's all an act. If she's really the person she portrays herself to be, then yeah, fucking get shit on in court, idiot. These people both help keep her relevant and hold her back at the same time. I think that Casey Tron may in fact be the most redeemable person out of literally. I'm a year ago. I still feel the same way about Casey Tron, and I'll tell you why. You see, I've been watching not only... I'm a fucking Casey Tron expert, motherfuckers. Casey Tron's content for the past, like, 2 months now, but I've also been watching a lot of videos that are supposed to be, like, hit pieces on Casey. Yeah, like, literally, I was, like, watching hit pieces on Casey Tron, and I'm like, dude, these people, like, they're falling for the troll. Yo, we got a membership from Oobly. What's going on, dude? That's awesome. That doesn't go to our goal, though. Fuck. If you guys don't see, we have a goal. I get one if you get a super chat, a MeJoeShmoe hater yells at me. There's this girl that made a live stream shitting on me. So, you know, that's pretty cool, right? If you're hating what I say, should get a, what do I have it set to? One super chat of any variety. I'm pretty sure I have it set up where there's like a thing that happens. Tron. And I've come to the conclusion that 99.9% of every single video that's ever been made on Casey Tron goes something like this. I'm just gonna watch this. If you're done, then you're done. But I want to refresh myself with Casey Tron, and I do actually know that like I was at work taking like notes. I was like watching Casey Tron streams at work taking like notes on her. And I don't know, is Casey Tron fucking full of shit? I don't know. I'm live. I got a few people with me. Let's talk about it. Is this a real person or not? Casey Tron is a 33-year-old Twitch streamer that's become part of the most incestual, manipulative group of people to ever infect the online land. Dude, nobody knows anything about Casey Tron. That's like part of the shtick. Because people like fall for her. I think she's a troll. And people fall for her troll shit. And it's like, that's like the grift. But now she's getting sued. And she's like, it is a character, and she's just maintaining the character, and she's doing it in the face of this lawsuit. She is based as hell, dude. landscape. These people both help keep her relevant. Casey Tron is way more entertaining than any of these streamers that she surrounds herself with. And hold her. These streamers that she surrounds herself with all fucking suck. And they enable Casey Tron to sit on a live stream for hours and smoke weed and stuff her face full of food back at the same time. I think that Joe is stealing Joe's content. Joe's gonna get sued. I'm gonna copyright claim myself. Casey may in fact be the most redeemable person out of her little pocket of the internet, and I'll tell you why. You see, I've been watching not only Casey Tron's content for the past like 2 months now, but I've also been watching a lot of videos that are supposed to be like hit pieces on Casey Tron, and I've come to the conclusion that 99.9% of every single video that's ever been made on Casey Tron goes something like this.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's
literally
Care 420, and I'm here to hit you with the news today. Now, Casey Tron is on.
I love making videos, guys. I don't really like the live streaming thing. It's just like, I like doing it. It's like fun if I get a couple people in here and we can talk some shit, but I really enjoy making videos, but they take time, man. It's way easier just to sit here and talk shit.
Twitter, and she's advocating with someone else who was gonna put out a hit on long hair alarm clock Ratman. Now, I think that for one, I think murder is really, really bad. Now, Casey Tron, I don't know if you knew this, but yeah, murder is a pretty bad thing.
Hey,
and
you guys are
advocating
watching
for murder
Burn Up.
is pretty bad, even if you were just joking. Also, Casey Tron called me an incel, and I'm totally not an incel.
Casey Tron did call me an incel. I got into a fight with her on Twitter. That happened. And Denim's blocked me.
I've had sex before. I have 13 girls in my room right now, and it's actually pretty funny and ridiculous for you to even call me that, because I've totally, absolutely had sex, and it's pretty obvious, so that's really funny. Anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back
That's the
tomorrow.
funny, like commentary people will be like, I make videos, so I'm better than live streamers, and like literally what I just made there is like the level of fucking like videos they'll make.
More slop. Bye.
Awful. It's always Casey Tron said blank on Twitter, and it's dumb because blank. That's every single Casey Tron video. Nobody bothers to go any more in depth about her. It's always just slop content, which isn't necessarily bad. I like my slop, but it's really annoying because I'm trying to rationalize to myself why I hate this person so much, and I can't fucking do it. Because I went into it like, yeah, Casey Tron sucks. This will be easy. Casey Tron's a piece of shit. And then the more I looked into it, I'm like, I'm not really sure how much of this is real. And she's kind of funny sometimes. The main thing that people seem to fixate on as the end-all be-all to Casey Tron is a terrible person, is she's a hypocrite. Which, like, who fucking cares? If you want to try to make the case that Casey Tron is a hypocrite, it's really not that hard to do so. She's been making content since 2013. There's plenty of contradictory statements. I think the hypocrite shit is so fucking lame. And I tried to make an example out of Turkey Tom here. Just like, it was the first thing that came to my mind out of like people that like would like you can, anyone that, my point I was trying to make here, I don't think I did a great job of it. The point I was trying to make here is anybody with a large internet footprint, you can make a case for them that they are a hypocrite. It's very easy to do so. You can find of anybody on earth. It's a very weak argument to have unless like you're specifically talking about a topic that like you feel they're being hypocritical on. In the span of 10 years, I'm sure. Here, let's do it. If you're just making like an overarching documentary on somebody on why they suck, and one of your examples is they're a hypocrite, then you better have like a really fucking good example of it, because that is such a weak thing to say. Quick, okay, so let's say that I have a beef with Tom Dark. I have a beef with the king of commentary, Turkey Tom himself, and I'm trying to make a hit piece on Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom was popping a year ago. He kind of like isn't posting anymore. What's the best angle to take on a hit piece when you have really nothing to say? Turkey Tom is a hypocrite, and I'm gonna prove it. As many of you probably know, fucking a nothing, dude. All my videos from like a year ago around this time, I just have like random like you have to actually be watching the video, and I'll just put King of Nothing somewhere if I'm making fun of someone for being an idiot. Because I think King of Nothing is like the worst fucking one of the worst commentary people ever to exist. Oh, Turkey Tom recently had a G Fuel sponsorship.
This video is brought to you by G Fuel, the world's leading energy drink brand.
Now, I just find this to be pretty funny and honestly disgusting after I did a little bit of digging and found out that Turkey Tom deleted a video off his channel. That Turkey Tom did delete this shit because it was anti-Semitic as fuck, and it could have been jokes. I don't know. I don't know Turkey Thomas's actual beliefs, but like he didn't delete it because of what we're about to talk about. He deleted it because like the intro was like, the joke was it was anti-Semitic. That's all. He was also like a child, so I don't really give a fuck. Like, this is a crazy concept, but like we're not the same people we were when we were 14 when we become adults. But he got into like a bunch of drama over it, and he like beefed with this other creator. Anyway, I don't know. It's funny little Tom Dark fucking Turkey Tom tidbit. the kids might not know about. About how taking YouTube sponsors is a bad thing.
I don't want to make videos for anyone.
Yeah, look how old this is. Like, I don't give a fuck what he said in this video. Like, the point is, like, if you could take anybody and if you go back far enough, and this was specifically funny example because he's like a literal child. He's like 14. Like, to go back this far and find an example of him being hypocritical was like very easy to do.
Schmuck. I want to make videos for people like me, and I certainly don't want to insert a minute-long ad that completely breaks the flow of my video just in exchange for like $1,000. It's just not worth it.
So there you have it, Turkey Tom. And that's every Casey Tron video. Every Casey Tron video is like, she's a hypocrite. She had a bad take on Twitter. It's like, you guys fucking suck. Confirmed hypocrite. Throw him in jail. And for added flavor, just to drag him through the mud a little bit longer, here's a video of him saying the N-word.
Are you in some bigger limit?
Oh no! Oh yeah, dude. I forgot that I did that. Hypocrite. Throw him in jail. And for added flavor, just to drag him through the mud a little bit longer, here's a video of him saying the N-word.
Are you in some bigger limit?
Oh no! See, I think I was fair, but I shit on her too. Clip. For the record, I'm not saying that it's never appropriate to call someone out. That was Casey Tron saying the N-word, by the way. Not for not Tom Dark. Whoops, wrong clip. Hypocrisy. I just think that it's overdone, and a lot of the time it just comes off as lazy. For instance, recently, Casey Tron called out Asmongold for having a disgusting home. She related this to the death of his mother, as if the state... Yeah, like, this is the deplorable thing to do. To, like, call someone out and, like act like Asmongold killed his mom because he kept his house dirty. That's like genuinely disgusting of her to do. And for her to get made fun of in response to that is not people being incels. But I think she knows that. I think it's all a character. I think she just, I don't know. I don't know. If it's a character, it's art. If it's not a character, then God bless her soul. The the home contributed to her health declining, and she even stated that she would not let her mother live in a house like this if she had the resources and wealth of Asmongold. Now, a lot of people were quick to point out that Casey Tron isn't exactly the cleanest person herself.
They're saying ew.
Yeah. She's literally fucking disgusting. But is it real? Is it real? Who knows?
Find you a girl that can
Look at this, look how fucking gross she is, dude. Like, is she really that unself-aware? Or is it like, I don't know.
Oh, they're dead.
It's like, she's like comically fucking disgusting, dude. Which, by the way, seeing the inside of Casey Tron's house, apart from like two... Yeah, dude, I found a house tour. JPEGs was a task that I had to accomplish myself. I'll show you a bit of that right now. Here we go, guys. Casey Tron house tour. Let's go.
Watch this.
Look how fucked up her house is, dude. And she's out here... At the time, she was out here being like, Asmongold, honestly... As she talks like this too, dude. What real human being talks like Casey Tron? She was all like... Here, I'll try to do my Casey Tron because I like her. Part of the trick of doing impressions is you have to actually like the person, okay? Honestly, this Asmongold is really disgusting. I think it's pretty fucked up. The way he contributed to his mom's death by leaving the house in such disgusting conditions. I would never leave my house in such disgusting conditions. Meanwhile, Casey Tron's literal house tour. Look at her door. What is wrong with her door? Like that's like 2 minutes of work to paint that, just to make it look. It just stains all over the freaking door. Look at this. Look at this front deck. Just garbage everywhere. Soda can boxes just ripped apart, laying on the ground. Look at the clutter. Just look at the clutter. They have a gate. Look at this. Look at this monstrosity. This disgusting fucking living conditions. They have a gate built around where they eat their food, which is on their couch in front of the TV, and they all make their food and get together, and they have to put the gate up so the dogs don't fucking bother them while they eat, dude. Fucking disgusting, bro. Vile living conditions. And she's out here criticizing Asmongold. Butter, man. Just why are there dog gates everywhere?
It's our grandma.
What the fuck is up with this? Like, literally comically disgusting living conditions, bro. Why is the toilet destroyed? What is going on in this house? Just close. Just close
mess
all
right now,
over.
but this is
all over.
my
This is their streaming setup. Okay.
So
Fan. Listen to the fan ringing in her computer because it's so clogged up with dirt because her house is so disgusting. The fan in that computer, you can literally hear it ringing because there's so much dog hair, cat hair, you name it, wrapped in that fan. You can literally hear it buzzing. Listen to it. God damn it. So yeah, Casey Tron trying to call Asmongold out for being disgusting is pretty hypocritical. Another one I'll throw in quick is Casey Tron calling people incels is also pretty hypocritical because dude, I get her ass so good here. I get her ass so fucking good here, dude. Watch this shit. Is pretty hypocritical. Another one I'll throw in quick is Casey Tron calling people incels is also pretty hypocritical because I've seen evidence that her boyfriend don't even want to touch her.
Will you move this? I feel like that's body language like it's like you're distancing.
Where am I supposed to aim way? Your body's like this.
It's like a fucking hard. I added the music obviously in the editing, but this is like her trying to do a kissing tutorial with her boyfriend, bro. Look at the body language.
Into you. So we're going to kiss first. And this must be kind of like what porn stars feel like. And then the kisser now because apparently I'm just not good at it. So I guess I'll work harder to improve on it. What are you thinking?
It's less about the techniques and it's more about just being in sync with the person you're kissing, I guess.
Bro. I personally think her boyfriend doesn't even like her. But, like, again, am I falling for the troll? Is like the whole bit of her calling everyone else an incel because... I mean, you've seen her, right? You saw her there, right? Like, involuntary celibate, like people not wanting to fuck you. Like, there's I don't want to be mean, but if she thinks that she's someone to tell other people that people don't want to fuck them, I mean, come on now. Let's open up our eyes a little bit. But is it intentional? Like, is it a joke? Like, she like, you'd figure, like, just from that video, she made that video of her boyfriend, like, being repulsed by her while she's trying to kiss her boyfriend, right? She has to, like, know that she's not anybody to be calling everyone else an incel online, right? You'd think so. I don't know. That was fair game because Casey Tron has actually called me an incel on Twitter before when we were arguing over whether or not Mr. Beast was basically Hitler number 2. Yeah, and then it's like she called me an incel on Twitter, and like if she were to like see this video, she'd be like, just another incel hating on me. It's like, you fucking started it. Like, and real quick, I'm just gonna slam this in here because I'm not sure where else I'm gonna fit it in. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of comments that are so mad that I'd give Casey Tron any leeway at all. They're gonna bring up the fact that Casey Tron was okay with Denims, who is not Casey Tron, but she was okay with another streamer. Denims putting like hits on fucking other streamers. I literally forgot about how much of a deplorable fucking evil human being Denims is. But if Casey Tron really is playing like a character, it would be totally on par for her character to side with Denims in that drama. And then that makes it funny to me, kind of. Named Denims making a joke that she was going to put a $50,000 bounty on Asmongold's head. Listen, all I have to say about that is I think that this next clip is funny.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division? Oh, you know it, lad.
Yeah,
you know that.
You like, that's fair though. Like, you can't get that mad and pearl clutchy over. I forgot about all this shit. You can't get that mad and pearl clutchy over like the Denims. Like, I was like super quick like going over it here. You can't get that mad and pearl clutchy over Denims putting like a 50K hit on another fucking streamer and then also think this clip is funny. Like, you can point out that it's wrong and you shouldn't be doing that, but I can laugh at it. I guess that's my point.
I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house. Or in the ring. No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did. Well, that's your winner, Sam. Hey!
So if I'm gonna sit here and act like making jokes like that isn't funny and it's like the worst thing in the world and that makes you a terrible, terrible, evil person, I'm a hypocrite. And more importantly, Casey Tron didn't even make the joke. She's just okay with the joke, which what do you want me to say? Okay? Yeah. Yell at me all you want. That's my take. I don't condone that type of shit. I'm not gonna say that type of shit, but I can think it's funny, okay, under certain circumstances. That's all I'm saying. That's like literally,
it.
like thinking something's funny, like being able to chuckle at something doesn't mean that like you're like you can think racism is wrong and like in the right context, like it can be funny to like see something go on that's like racist or something. And it doesn't even, and just because it's funny doesn't mean you're agreeing with like the aggressor. Like you could just like think it's funny of like a lot of the time the joke is how much of an idiot the person being racist is. You know what I mean? That's what makes it funny. It's like, I think this clip is funny. It's like, oh, you're racist. No, I think this guy's a fucking moron and it's funny. That's where the humor comes from. Which if Casey Tron is just doing a bit and it's a character, it would be funny. Like that's what makes it funny for her to be like, I'm on Denim's side of this, because it's like insane to condone someone putting a $50,000 bounty on someone. That's like comically insane. So if she's like doing a character just to like create these clips to be entertaining, then that's like impressive. But like I said, Casey Tron is at her absolute best when she's being a mess, when she's playing this version of herself, which, you know, I think this is just an exaggerated version of Casey Tron. And I think that house tour is evidence of that. That's a pretty elaborate character to be playing, to try to present yourself to the world, to be that extreme of a dirtball. And that's where I think the whole character narrative really began, because I also think that Casey Tron is actually very insecure about these things, and that's why she plays it off like it's a joke and it's this character. Yeah, I think it's somewhere in the middle. See, I had time to like sit down and write it down and regurgitate it. I think she's playing a character, but I also think it's like an exaggerated version of like herself. Because like you saw her house tour. Like she actually is like living in squalor, like a dirtball. But she also like puts it out on the internet and then lets people like rip her apart for it. Like she's aware of it, but like I don't know if she has any brains at all. Like it appears that she's like leaning into it. Like she's like willing to exaggerate that aspect of herself because it draws attention to her. She's playing, and she even doubles down into the character to make it like more extreme, to try to make it seem like it's all just a giant ruse. It's just a giant character. She's Miss Sunshine behind the scenes. I started coming to that conclusion when I was going through Casey Tron's content, and I discovered a few videos where she's playing this like hero type character. And I say playing a character because in my personal opinion, these videos seem to be very fake. They all consist of her being online playing a video game, and there's just some random child being bullied, and Casey Tron comes to the rescue. I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about quick.
Hold on.
Can you give the mic to your father so I can tell him what the fuck you just told me?
Come on, there's no need for that, guys. What's the problem?
Yeah, like this seems, like I said, this seems very fake. But like when you go through her channel, these videos don't do well. Like when she tries to like set up a scenario, in my opinion, like tries to put content out that makes her look good, it just doesn't do well. Like that's the point I'm trying to make here. Because this seems fake. This seems like she's going out of her way. This whole scenario seems fake. And it feels like she's going out. There's multiple videos like this that she has on her channel. This whole scenario seems like it's fake. She set it up. And it's deliberately made to make her look good. Right? And that just doesn't do well. So she has to like make herself out to be like a fucking ogre.
Sorry, what happened? What was the problem? What happened?
Oh my god.
Nothing, Miss Jenkins.
What happened? Just tell me.
He was being really mean.
What did he say to you?
What?
And then he was gonna tell my dad.
Yeah, because he told me he's gonna beat my ass. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so who said what? Hey, stop mocking the child. He doesn't need that. He probably gets mocked enough in this game.
Casey Tron, shut the fuck up. You really want me to believe that these two toxic gamers harassing a child in an online video game have gotten this far with you and the child, and I haven't heard one slur yet? What do you think I am, stupid? I've heard you say more slurs than these two. I got all the clips, dude. She don't like this. She don't want people to know about this shit. She wants this long dead and forgotten, dude.
I know what I saw. I know I didn't say it, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dance my nigga.
By the way, Casey Tron beating the not a real gamer accusations. So here's the deal. I think that Casey Tron's friends have become like a crutch for her. And listen, it's funny because she calls everyone else racist incels online. All right, we all slip up sometimes. That was a playful jab. Okay. I had to throw in the clips of her saying the N-word somewhere. I had to use them somewhere, depriving her of reaching her full potential. On top of that, outside of intentionally trolling, whenever I see her say some dumbass shit on Twitter, I always feel like it's her trying to pander to her friends and their audiences. If she would just shut the fuck up or dump her lame-ass friends, that would fix like half her problems right there. I haven't seen anything that makes me feel justified in saying that I hate Casey Tron or something like that. I still feel that way, dude. I don't know where the character ends and the person begins. If I had to give advice to Casey Tron, I'd tell her to stop pandering, smoke less weed, make more content, and as always, like I say to everybody, diet and exercise. And way more Marge Simpson cosplays. That shit is gold. This is funny. Yes, dude. He's funny. She's so capable. She is so capable of being funny, dude. She is so capable of being funny when she wants to be, dude. It's sad. It's so sad, bro. And she's like, imagine if she was like an more edgy streamer, like if she streamed on Kick or something, but she can't do that because her support system is like the lamest motherfuckers to ever breathe. Like algo bait people, dude. Like Ludwig, like these fucking people that are just like not like vanilla. Like if vanilla white bread was a person. She doesn't thrive there, dude. She thrives being funny and fucking with people. And that's just not the community to do it with. If she genuinely feels that way, like she vibes with people the most, then that is what it is. But I don't think it's the case, man. What else is there? I thought there was some other stuff to go over. With Casey Tron specifically. I mean, even Ethan. God, fuck. Even Ethan Klein, like on the H3 podcast, has gone over it like a little bit. I remember they were talking about it.
He's all, I'm here. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was crazy.
Well, that was his final act.
It's here somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The responses were like funny. She's funny, dude. Casey Tron is funny. Whether intentionally or unintentionally.
Space here for herself.
I want to talk to him and his wife.
Yeah, look at her, dude.
Sorry.
She's funny, dude. She is funny. Genuinely funny.
Is humorous.
Yeah.
Unless she's not trying to be funny, then she's not funny.
Got a sense of humor.
Okay. So maybe it's good if she has to scale back on the weed smoke to pay me.
Literally, if she smoked less weed, made more content, dude, it'd be like some of the best shit, dude.
It might sharpen her mind, sharpen her wit.
Make her build her audience so she could pay me more.
Whatever.
That's so funny.
Look at her. Look at Casey Tron.
This is ridiculous. No, I literally am every woman. No, like how
You
much...
are not every woman.
You're telling me this is real? Like even Ethan is able to recognize that she is like legit. Dude, I will say it one more time and then I think we're done, dude. Like in this whole drama, this whole beef, the only person I would like to see a positive resolution for is Casey Tron. And that's simply because I have headcanon that she's actually a normal person and all this egregious shit online that she does is just a character. But like, I mean, dude, everyone sucks. Ludwig, terrible. QT Cinderella, these streamers are fucking, everyone in her circle is awful. She is infinitely more capable of making good content than anyone she surrounds herself by. Like, oh, dude, it's actually a fucking shame that somebody that's like capable of making such good content like Casey Tron, like, just gets blown out from smoking fucking weed all day long and is too lazy to actually like ever make content. It's a fucking shame, dude. Unless she actually is just the person she portrays herself to be. And in that case, I hope she gets blown out in fucking court. That's my take. All right. I gotta go to bed. Thanks, guys. Peace.